Here's how you play Bolomaze. To start, let's unpack the box. Inside, you'll find 25 spaghetti cards, 45 hand cards including the 4 character cards, 4 game pieces and 8 start and end points. To set up the game, shuffle the spaghetti cards and place them face down in a 4 wide by 5 high grid. Place the leftover spaghetti cards in a draw pile to the side. Next, place the 4 start points along one end of the grid, then place the 4 end points on the opposite end. Remove the 4 character cards from the hand card deck and place them to the side. Then shuffle the remaining hand cards and place the deck next to the spaghetti draw pile. Give each player a character card, then turn over the start and end points to reveal each player's route. Each player then places their game piece on the matching start point. For example, Big Tom is red, Parmesan is yellow, Garlicky is white, and Evilo is green. You are now ready to begin. On your turn, you must perform 3 actions. Once you have performed your 3rd action, your turn is over and play passes to the next player. An action can be any of the following: drawing a hand card, playing a hand card, revealing a spaghetti card, drawing a spaghetti card, or trading in 5 hand cards for any card from the discard pile. An example turn could look something like this. You reveal a spaghetti card, you pick up a hand card, finally you play a hand card. That would be your 3 actions. Your turn is now over and play passes on to the next player. To reveal a spaghetti card, the card you want to reveal must be connected to your current position up to 2 connected spaces away. You can tell if a card is connected by following the spaghetti trails. When you reveal a spaghetti card, you may flip it over in whatever direction you like. However, the reveal must be done in one smooth motion. You cannot flip the card over, look at it, and then change the orientation to suit you. You can see the start points have spaghetti trails connecting them too. So, if you reveal the spaghetti card directly in front of you and it blocks your route, you may want to reveal the card in front of the player beside you instead. That card is connected to your current position because it is 2 connected spaces away. Important: some spaghetti cards have arrows. Arrows affect both revealing and movement. If an arrow is pointing towards you, it is blocking your path. Think of it like the flow of water. You can follow the direction of an arrow, but you cannot go against it. This means you cannot reveal or move through a path if the arrow blocks the direction you are trying to travel. Some spaghetti cards also have split paths. A split path is where 2 spaghetti strands appear on the same card but do not connect to each other. If you enter a split path card, you must stay on the strand you entered from and follow that route. Now that you know how to reveal spaghetti cards, let's look at hand cards. Hand cards are how you move, rotate paths, sabotage your rivals, and change the maze. The most important card to understand first is the move card. First things first, you cannot move unless you play a move card. You can only move onto revealed spaghetti cards and only if the spaghetti trail connects to your current position. If the spaghetti trails do not connect, you cannot move onto that card. The number of spaces you can move depends on the type of move card you play. A standard move card lets you move 1 space. A double move card lets you move up to 2 spaces. So even if you can only move 1 space, you could still play a double move card. A little note: move cards can also be used on opposing players, so instead of moving your own piece forwards, you may choose to move an opponent's piece backwards. However, some cards are more specific, like move only yours. This means you can only move your own piece 1 space, not an opposing player. A note: multiple game pieces can occupy the same spaghetti card. As mentioned earlier, think of arrows like the flow of water. You can move with the direction of an arrow, but you cannot move against it. With cards like this, you may be able to move onto the card, but you cannot move off in every direction. In this example, the arrow is blocking your exit, so you cannot move that way. Spaghetti cards without arrows have no movement restrictions. As long as the spaghetti trails connect, you can move on and off of them from any connected side. Rotating spaghetti cards is a great way to get through the maze, or sabotage other players. When you play a rotate card, the amount you can rotate is written on the card. For example, rotate 90 allows you to rotate any spaghetti card 90 degrees. Rotate 180 allows you to rotate any spaghetti card up to 180 degrees, meaning you could rotate it 90 degrees if you wish to. You can rotate spaghetti cards even if game pieces are on them. So you could use a rotate card to clear a path for yourself, or to block a path for an opposing player. You may also choose to rotate face down spaghetti cards, but whether that helps or not is up to you. Oh, and it goes without saying, but you cannot rotate the start or end points. If your path is blocked, or if you want to slow another player down, you can play a swap card. A swap card lets you swap any two unoccupied spaghetti cards in the grid. This means you cannot swap a card if a game piece is on it. You can also swap a card in the grid with a card from your bank. But more on the bank later. When you play a swap card, both cards must keep the same state and orientation. This means if a card is face down, it stays face down. If a card is face up, it stays face up. You also cannot adjust the rotation of the cards to suit you. They must stay exactly how they were before the swap, unless you swap a card from your bank into the grid. When swapping a card from your bank, you can choose its orientation as you place it into the maze. However, the face up or face down state must still match the card it is replacing. Play a hide card to flip over a revealed spaghetti card in the grid. You can use this to slow other players down or to protect yourself from being moved backwards. Because if a card is face down, players cannot move onto it. When you hide a card, you do not rotate it or choose a new orientation. However, you can choose which side you flip it over from: left, right, top, or bottom. This means if you notice another player tends to reveal cards a certain way, you could affect how that card appears when it gets revealed again. Very sneaky. However, you cannot hide a card if it is occupied by a game piece. When you play a row wipeout card, choose an entire row or column in the grid. Remove all unoccupied spaghetti cards from that row or column, shuffle them, then place them back into the same spaces face down. If any cards in that row or column are occupied by a game piece, they do not get removed and stay exactly where they are. If you want to really throw a spanner in the works, play a switch players card. Switch players allows you to swap the positions of any two game pieces in the grid, including your own. It's a great way to get the upper hand if the maze hasn't been kind to you. Or maybe it has and you just want to ruffle a few feathers. Either way, we can't be held responsible for the aftermath caused by playing this card. Play a Shake It Up card to remove all unoccupied endpoints from the grid. Shuffle them, then place them back face down. Once they have been placed, reveal the endpoints one by one to show the new target for each player. This only works on unoccupied endpoints. So if a player's game piece is already on an endpoint, that endpoint stays where it is, and you only shuffle the vacant ones. And yes, players can move onto other players' endpoints, but they only win if they move onto their own. Play a denied card to stop another hand card from being played. And yes, you can deny a denied card, and another denied card, and another one. This can only be used on hand cards that are played, so you cannot use denied to stop someone from drawing a card, revealing a spaghetti card, drawing a spaghetti card, or trading in 5 hand cards for a card from the discard pile. This is a wild card. When you play this card, you can choose to either move any piece one space or rotate a spaghetti card 90 degrees. You can't do both. If you find yourself stuck with no way forward, you can draw the top card from the spaghetti deck. When you draw from the spaghetti deck, you must swap the card you just picked up with a spaghetti card in the maze. The card you remove from the maze then goes into your bank. Your bank is your personal collection of spaghetti cards that you keep by you, which you can later swap back into the grid by playing a swap card, should you wish to. When placing the new card into the maze, you can choose its orientation, however, it must match the same state as the card it's replacing. So, if it's replacing a face down card, it must be placed face down. If it's replacing a face up card, it must be placed face up. Once the spaghetti deck runs out, you can no longer perform this action, so use them whilst you can. As mentioned earlier, you can move onto other players' endpoints. However, you do not win the game unless you land on your own endpoint. Once a player reaches their own endpoint, the game ends immediately, and that player wins. So let's recap. Before you start playing, here are the key rules to remember. You have 3 actions per turn. You can only move by playing a move card. You can only move onto revealed spaghetti cards. You can only move if the spaghetti trails connect. You can only reveal spaghetti cards up to 2 connected spaces away from your current position. Follow the arrows. You can move with the flow of an arrow, but you cannot go against it. If a card has a split path, you must follow the strand you entered from. You can rotate spaghetti cards even if game pieces are on them. Multiple game pieces can share the same space. You cannot swap or hide a spaghetti card if a game piece is on it. You can move across start and end points by using move cards. Players can enter other players' endpoints, but you can only win by reaching your own. And finally, the first player to make it through the maze and reach their own endpoint wins the game.